My name is Okechukwu Success. Today, I'm here with Sir Philip. Sir, please uh, introduce yourself and greet the audience.
The wonderful audience of King's Architects. I greet you all. I recognize you all, wherever you're watching from. Uh, I think we're here to do a little, maybe a little education on architectural practice and its procedures. So, and I beg you all to pay maximum attention to whatsoever we are going to dispense to you all. Easily. So,
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, what is your name and where do you come from?
okay, I'm Mr. Philip. I'm Mr. Philip, a graduate of Architecture, School of Environmental Design and Technology.
Okay, thank you. You made a design on Igbo Cultural Memorial Center, and the design came with different awards. We want to have the overview of the design you did. What is the inspiration behind that design?
Okay. What inspired me in doing that design um, is nothing but trying to do new things, trying to adventure architecturally, trying to expatiate my knowledge, trying to um, do things beyond, far way beyond my understanding or far way beyond my level of academics or education. So that's what inspired me because I have this kind of philosophy that when you go for things that are far way beyond you, the things that are within your capacity, that are within your knowledge, will no longer be difficult for you to comprehend. What does it mean? If in my stage I go for things of persons or maybe professors or PhD holders in my undergraduate level, that means the things that are meant for to be undergraduate level designs will be very cheap for me to interpret or to embark on. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So that's why I go for the huge ones, the bigger ones, so that I will be more, I will be inspired more. You get, so that I will be educationally exposed, I'll be academically exposed. You get, because if you do things that are beyond you, like the dividend of it is far away, like beyond what you expect.
Okay, thank you. What are the concepts of the design? And
The concept, you know, when you talk about concept, is it conceptual approach or is it the form of the design?
the form of the design.
Okay, the form of the design. Okay, the form of that design. Since it's an Eboh Cultural Center, so I chose to um, uh, introduce something ancient and something erotic. I don't know if that's the right English, but I'm using it right now.
Yeah,
So something that depicts the culture of Igbo.
Igbos.
You get. So I used double way method gong. I used double way method gong.
Okay.
You know, and there is a reason behind the concept. One of the major reasons is the center alone aims at uniting the general Igbo people. That is the major that is the major dedication, the major aim of that center.
Yeah.
Uniting the general Igbo people. And how does it do it? It does it by preserving their history, their cultural heritage, their arts, also promotes their culture too, and their artifacts. Their artifacts majorly. So when all of these things, you know, these things are something that I think that happens to involve much of Igbo people.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you talk about Igbo, you talk about their culture, their history, all of those things. So this building aims at being a hub, a central hub, where their culture will be practiced, where community engagements will be held, where their artifacts, the sculptures, and any Igbo exhibitions would be preserved and
Okay.
conserved,
Okay.
where their language, their heritage is promoted through seminars, conference, storytellings, presentations, and all of that. So it is a center that unites Igbo, the general Igbo people, because it's in that center you will see someone from Abakaliki, someone from Imo State, someone from Anambra State, someone from all the southeastern states. It's not majorly only Igbos that we visit, you know, but majorly it is Igbo. It is designed for Igbo people. So these people comes together. It reminds them that yes, we are one. We are one. This design reminds them that we are one. We emerge from same father, same mother. So that is the reasons behind the concept. And again, the metal gong, I think I digressed. The metal gong, let me relate it to the building. The metal gong is the symbolism of metal gong is a unity, assembly and unity.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is the function of metal gong? In an Igbo setting or in Igbo community, metal gong is used to pass information.
Yeah.
Metal gong is used to call for the assembly of all Igbo people. Metal gong is used to pass okay, I've said it. It's used to pass information. You get so when the gong is struck, yeah, people assembles to a definite location, to a specific location. You get so that's metal gong. The sound of that metal gong
Gathers
is
everybody together.
gathering everybody, and it's gathering everybody to a center. So that is why I use that concept. That's ogene.
Mm.
So when you like, let that symbolism, let that the functionality of that metal gong be reflected in the design. This is the center, and this is the metal gong.
Does it have any spiritual meaning?
Spiritual meaning? Okay, you know what's the other concept of that design is okay, when I say the dedication to the design is to commemorate or to commemorate the death of the 70, is it 75 or 79 Igbo people that died at
Georgia.
Georgia,
Eboh land. Yeah.
the Igbo land of 1803. Yeah, that is the major spiritual reason why we designed this. So during that, okay, when you all know the design, the story behind it, you know, the story where they drown themselves, where they first of all find their master, their trade master, and drown themselves. While they were walking to that river, they sang a song. They sang a song, and you know, in Igbo, spiritual songs comes with beatings,
Mm. Mm.
drums, double metal gongs, flutes, you know, all those beatings. It symbolizes spirituality. It reflects. It makes us reflect of spirituality and things of the spirit. And that is a spiritual moment because they are. It is because they are in the point of drowning themselves. That is an act of defiance, choosing death over life, over
Mm.
life in place of trade.
Mm.
It's in place of
Slavery.
slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's God. That's beating. That's beating. The beating of that spiritual beating. I heard it today. You remember that river? I heard that it makes noise. It makes some sounds, strange sounds, even till today.
Have you gone there?
I said I heard, according to research. I
Okay.
heard up to today. It makes some sound, some strange sounds. I get it.
Yeah.
So this is the spiritual part of it
Mm.
because that is it.
Okay. Thank you. So the reason why you already explained the reason why you choose your concept and the spiritual implication of your concept.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the challenges you faced during the design?
Okay. One of the major challenges I faced in the course of that design was unavailability to the functional requirements.
Functional requirement.
Yes,
Like
the functional requirements of that particular project. You get that is the brief, the specifics, the functionalities that makes up that because you cannot, let's say that particular building aims like it accommodates both museum
mm,
and a multi-purpose convention center or convention auditorium.
auditorium. Yeah.
So it's a hub that encompasses or that involves many activities. And during the course of my research, I would either say that of any museum or that of a conference arena, which is not exactly what I want. And even in the museum, when you gather, you know, in architecture, when you gather your brief, gathering the brief is not just enough. You still need to understand the brief and know how you relate it. That's the relationship between these spaces.
Okay.
Yeah. So after this is a major challenge because I've not actually designed that before.
Okay.
So getting the brief is one challenge. Then studying or researching to know how I relate the spaces is another big challenge. Yeah. That's the major challenge. So other challenges could be just the basics like what we know in architecture based on approval, you know, we got mentorship because I was mentored in that design
Okay.
by some professional architects
Okay.
before I release it. So those are just the basic challenges because it involves designing. When you go for mentorship, corrections, and so that's aside that another challenge.
Okay. I want to ask another question. You said the only challenge is the research, and one thing I know for a fact is that architecture consumes a lot of money. Uh, both doing the design, it consumes energy, time, and money. So I want to
So you know,
know,
I
was
specify,
that not part of the
I
challenge?
related, you know, I related all my challenges architecturally. Yeah, I said is it physical architecturally, but I only discussed on
Okay.
architecturally. So physically, the design is so hectic. Um, it took a lot. It took a whole lot. It took a whole lot. Everything is not to be explained, but it took a whole lot. It took time, like a whole lot of time. It drained energy. Like it's how do they say it? Like it scatters someone's reasoning.
Mm.
It scatters someone's reasoning trying to assemble different spaces.
Yeah.
Trying to assemble different spaces, several spaces, lots of functionalities, lots of spaces. Like it's mentally draining.
Okay.
You get, and physically, okay, it's affected my posture back then
Mm.
because every now and then I'm seated designing. Every now and then, minutes, because it actually took more than a month. Okay? It just took more than a month. First of all, the modeling is one thing. The modeling is a different thing. It just took, I think maybe roughly a month to finish about the mentorship, everything roughly a month. Yeah, so it's affected my posture because I'm bent on designing it every minute and every second, every hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and also costs. Not just it's computer aided, but it costs. The cost of fueling is so exorbitant because back then, you know how
Nigeria, NEPA.
the inconsistency and all of that. And it is something that requires time. You know, it is time regulated. So
Okay.
it's so much.
To actually design such a design is very, very hectic and uh, is a plus for you. And the designer has actually given you award, so many different awards. But I want to ask a question. Is that design going to be built? Do you think Igbos can one day adopt that design and execute it as a project that will unite all Igbos and make us come together and make things happen? Because one thing we discover in Igbo land is that among all the ethnic groups in Nigeria, Igbo is hardly united. So can that memorial center be established in Igbo land to serve as a pistol or something that will unite all the Igbos together? Do you think it can be built?
Yes,
Or is
it
it
can be
like a
built.
vision of Zaha Hadid?
No, it can be built. Sure, that's all right. It can be built. It is not imaginary design. It is a real time design that's worth building.
Okay.
But one thing is, it would be costly. It would be very much costly. Even when I was designing it, I was strategizing. If this design is to be built right now, what are the quantification process like? What could be the cost of this project?
Mm.
What could be the cost? At some point, we try to minimize cost by the kind of materials we used. But if you check it out, you will see that it's a material. Some of the materials we used because I I I was quite examined on the type of material, the choice of material I used. Most of them are expensive, and it is expensive because it's in the favor of the museum for sustainability. Why some of them are not that expensive? You get
Yeah.
just to favor the museum for long-term sustainability approach. You get
Yeah.
so some of the materials I used are quite exorbitant. But then, can it be built? Yes, it can be built, but
It will cost a lot.
it will cost. And I see it that it could be a government project, not an individual project, unless the person has a very good sum of money to.
Thank you for joining us in this amazing construction podcast. My name is Okechukwu Success from King's Architects. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. We are set to give you quality construction content. We are set to give you quality construction knowledge. We are set to give you quality construction information that will help you as a real estate developer. Thank you and have a nice day.